Scene: the ocean gets a front row seat. Davy's hands slide up your waist, tracing the curve of your ribs with featherlight touches that leave goosebumps in their wake. "You're right, though," he murmurs, lips skimming your jaw. "This is just an excuse to touch you." Guilty as charged, his teeth graze your earlobe, just enough to make you gasp, before he pulls back with a smirk. "But I reckon you don't mind." The next wave crashes against you both, sending seawater sluicing over his shoulders as he laughs and tightens his grip on you. "Christ, you're irresistible like this," he growls, voice rough with want, all flushed and breathless in mine. He kisses you again, deep and claiming, as the current tugs at your legs, trying and failing to pull you apart. When he finally breaks for air, his eyes are dark with promise. "Still think skinny dipping was about racing, love?" You shake your head, still dizzy from the kiss, and the feel of his hands roaming over your bare skin in increasingly possessive ways. "Not in the slightest," you gasp, feeling heat coil low in your stomach as your hands wander over his shoulders, tracing the lines of muscle as he grins. "But I have another challenge, if you can handle it." His eyes gleam at that, a wicked spark of yes that makes your heart skip. "I love a challenge, darling," he whispers against your lips, "but only if the reward is worth the trouble." You smirk. "Two can play at this game." "Oh, you think you deserve a reward?" you tease, nipping his lip as he pulls you closer. His eyes flash with mischief as his thumb traces your hip, making you shiver. "I think I've more than earned it," he growls, voice low and rough. "And I know exactly what I want." He presses another burning kiss to your mouth, making you moan, partly from the heat, but mostly just from the feel of him, everywhere. You melt into the kiss, fingers digging into his shoulders as he pulls you flush against him. The ocean rocks you both, the salty spray cool against overheated skin, and you forget all about the challenge as his tongue dances with yours, hungry and demanding in a way that makes your legs tremble. Finally, he breaks for air, pressing his forehead against yours with a ragged gasp. "Christ, woman," he breathes, breath still heaving, "you're going to be the death of me." He presses a kiss to your jaw and nips your earlobe. But damn it all, what a way to go. "Agreed," you murmur against his lips, tangling your fingers in his damp hair as the waves swirl around you both. His hands slide lower, bold and unapologetic, as he grins into the next kiss. "But let's not die just yet," he rasps, biting your shoulder lightly. "I've got plans for us that require stamina." The ocean surges again, nearly knocking you off balance, but Davy just laughs and holds you tighter against him. "See? Only there twice, did there two times. I get to the page, kid, you had seen the things last week, so it's time to seem to come into some us. Even the tide's on my side today," he teases before stealing another searing kiss. Seen the waves wanting. The tide pulls at your legs, trying to drag you deeper, or maybe just trying to remind you both that time exists beyond this moment. But Davy's hands are firm on your hips, keeping you anchored against him as his lips trail down your neck. "Stamina, eh?" he murmurs between kisses, voice rough with amusement and desire. Bold words from someone who's currently melting against me like sea foam. He nips at your collarbone just to feel you shiver, then grins when you gasp. "And then, admit it, you like being at my mercy." Another wave crashes, this one high enough to drench his hair completely, sending droplets skating over his shoulders and onto your skin. He doesn't even flinch, just licks the salt water off your throat with a hum of approval. Salty and sweet. His eyes lock onto yours, dark with promise, and something dangerously close to adoration. My favorite combination. You shiver again, feeling heat coil low in your stomach under his gaze. Those damn eyes should be illegal, and he knows it, judging by the wicked gleam in them as he laughs and presses another kiss to your jaw. "You're right about that," you murmur, fingers digging into his shoulders just for the sheer joy of touching him in return. "Though if you keep looking at me like that, we might be here till sunset." He grins and nips your earlobe again, less teasing and more possessive this time. "And you think I have a problem with that?" he growls, voice still rough as want floods through you. "I can think of worse ways to spend an afternoon." His hands slide lower, bold and hot against your bare skin, leaving goosebumps in their wake. "Though I'm still impatient for my reward, love, and I can think of a few ways to help with that. He kisses your throat, and this time you can't help the low moan that escapes your lips. The ocean seems to roar around you as you shiver, heat coiling tighter in your stomach. A wicked mix of want and anticipation. You're very demanding, you know that, you tease, voice already breathless. His grin deepens, fingers still roving across your skin with possessive confidence. Guilty as charged, he murmurs against your flesh, teeth grazing your collarbone as your own hands slide down from his shoulders to his chest. But if all I need to do to earn a taste of that lovely sound is touch you, I'm willing to test my luck. His breath hitches at your touch, and that only spurs you onward, fingers roaming over muscle and bone as the water swirls around you both. His lips find your jaw again, tongue and teeth leaving a trail of heat that makes you shiver, a good shiver, that floods your veins with a low, urgent heat. Keep touching me like that, love, and I might just give in without a fight. He grins, eyes glinting in the sunlight as another wave crashes into your legs. Or I might just have to get creative with my repayment. The challenge sparks in your eyes as you slide your hands lower, fingers tracing the planes of his stomach. And what exactly do you mean by creative? A wicked edge to your voice that makes his hands tighten on your hips. I can only imagine the kind of trouble you get up to when you're feeling creative. He laughs at that, voice rough with desire as he nips your shoulder again. But where's the fun in telling? Just know I'm full of surprises, darling. You shiver at the rough timbre of his voice, fingers tightening on his skin as the waves spin and swirl around you. So I'm starting to learn, you murmur, voice already breathless with heat and the promise of more. And I do like your surprises. His hands glide over your hips, thumbs tracing the jut of your hip bones in a way that makes you gasp. Glad to hear you approve, love, he purrs, eyes gleaming with mischief. Because I've got plenty more where that came from. Your heart pounds in time with the waves, the salt water cool against overheated skin. His hands feel like fire as they roam over your body with possessive confidence, lighting every nerve, ending in your path ablaze. Damn it, you're good at that, you gasp, voice already rough as your own hands find his hips under the water, holding on tight. Not even fair, really. He laughs at that, eyes still burning hot with want as the next wave crashes into you both. I never claimed to play fair, darling. And I wouldn't have it any other way. The heat between you flares higher as his laughter fills the air, a low, wicked chuckle that makes you shiver, fingers digging into his hips with a possessive edge. I suppose I should stop complaining about fair play then, you murmur, eyes glinting with defiance as the water swirls around you. And you do tend to get what you want in the end. He grins at that, eyes still hot with desire as he nips your throat. Damn right I do, he growls, voice low. And right now... Your breath catches in your chest, your skin flushed and electric underneath his touch. That definitely sounds like a promise, you gasp, voice breathless as you pull him closer. He grins at that, hands tracing your spine with a touch that makes you weak in the knees. Consider it a guarantee, darling, he murmurs, his eyes dark and blazing with a hunger you know all too well. Now stop arguing, and kiss me before I decide to teach you a lesson in patience. You grin. You know full well he'd love a reason to teach you a lesson, but you're too far gone to care. So you pull him as close as the seawater will allow, tangling your fingers in his hair even as waves crash around you. Fine, you murmur against his lips, but only because you asked so nicely. He laughs, the sound low and rough with want, as you kiss him like he's the only thing keeping you afloat. Good girl, he rumbles when he finally breaks for air. Keep kissing me like that, and you'll have... Keep kissing me like that? Davy echoes, still breathless from the intensity of it. His hands slide up your arms, fingers brushing over goosebumps, both from the chill of the water and the heat of him. Oh, I plan to, he murmurs, eyes locked onto yours with a look so hungry it makes your stomach flip. The next wave rolls in, nearly knocking you both off balance, but Davy just tightens his grip on you with a grin. Bloody ocean's got terrible timing, he teases before pulling you right back into another deep kiss. one that tastes like salt and stolen breaths and promises. When he finally breaks away, reluctantly, his voice is rough as sand against skin. Think we've given those seagulls enough of a show yet?